The deadline to file your taxes this year is approaching quickly. We are continuing our series with our friends at TurboTax to help making the filing process as simple and straightforward as possible. Today, we're focusing on new Canadians and people who may be filing for the very first time. Jamie Monty is a tax expert and CPA and joins us again this morning. It's our last full week. Jamie?
Last full week of tax season.
Okay, so if you're a person who works well under pressure, now is your time to shine. Jamie, when does someone new to Canada need to start filing their tax return?
When CRA sees you as a resident of Canada, that's when you need to file a tax return like a resident of Canada. And this can happen in two ways. One is if you've lived in the country for 183 days or more, then you're automatically deemed a resident, and then you have to file like a resident. And then another is just looking at your overall residential ties. So do you have a home here? Do you have a spouse or dependents or a Canadian employer? All of those paint the picture of whether you're a resident and have to file.
Okay, so what are some credits and deductions that may apply to specifically new Canadians?
We've got the GST HST credit. That's to help offset some of the costs of sales tax we pay on our goods and services. And to know if you qualify, it's based on your family income and how many dependents you have. And then we've also got the Canada Child Benefit, and that is a monthly payout to help with raising the cost of children under the age of 18. And there's an amount also for if you have disabled children or if you are living in a different. Well, actually, depending on your province, there's provincial benefits as well as federal benefits. With those two, the GST HST credit and the Canada Child Benefit, you can actually apply outside of your tax filing as well. If you head to the CRA website, you'll learn more about that. And then one to also keep in mind is the Canada Carbon Rebate. This helps us offset the cost of federal pollution pricing. It's available in some provinces. And if you filed taxes last year, then you'll automatically be applying for it this year by filing your taxes. But if you're new to Canada and this is your first year filing, keep in mind there's an extra form to fill out for that one.
Okay, good to know. What are some other key factors to consider?
The main one is that when you file taxes in Canada, you need to report your worldwide income on your Canadian tax return.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes. So for those who are new to Canada and for Canadians who've been filing year over year, you got to report your income from all sources all around the world. And this could, there could be a tax treaty in place that makes sure that you're not getting double taxed in two different countries, but regardless, you got to make sure to report that information. So new to Canada, maybe you have some income that you're still being paid for overseas, got to report that on your tax return here.
There's so much to consider when you're new to a country. I can imagine for people who are moving here or who are living here, you've filled out all the forms for all these other sorts of things, and now you get to tax time and you're thinking, oh, I don't know what to do, and it can feel really overwhelming. So what kind of advice do you have here?
My number one tip is to consider using an online tax solution like TurboTax Live Full Service, where they have experts who have experience helping new Canadians. So you can really feel confident that your taxes are being done right. And if you speak Hindi, they even have experts who can work with you in Hindi. So you can head to turbotax.ca/Hindi to learn more about that. But in general, anyone who's feeling overwhelmed right now, check out TurboTax Live Full Service. You can get your taxes done in as little as a day if you have all of your documents handy with their expert help. So it's a great option for those who are feeling the crunch.
I love that so much. There's people like you. You go to school for this and you learn all the things so that we don't have to.
Yes.
So thank you for that. A quick reminder before you go of the dates that people need to know.
Yes, April 30th is the filing deadline. June 17th is the filing deadline for self-employed people. However, you still need to pay by April 30th if you're self-employed. So just get the April 30th date in your mind.
Okay, not that far away. Jamie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me back.
It's been a real pleasure to have all of your advice for the last couple of months. This has been a great series.
Thanks.
Your morning is brought to you in part by TurboTax. Make your moves. We'll make them count.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.